Welcome back to Man Cave Mystery Night.
What, dude?
My goodness.
Wear the shirt.
Sorry. Jared has our shirt on. Thank you very much to Sick Prince for those cool shirts that we forget to wear. But it's Man Cave Movie Night. That's the name of the podcast.
We don't have to wear them every week.
No, we don't. But we just forget to wear them ever. We've worn them before, though.
Speak for yourself.
Dude,
You're right. Sorry.
how dare you say that while I'm wearing
Okay, yeah, you're right. Sorry.
It's a pretty mess. Anyway, Mystery Night.
Mystery Night. Ooh. Very spooky mystery theme of this episode. And we're going to start off by me presenting you some mysteries in the form of riddles.
Let's go.
Everyone's favorite.
I
Who
love
doesn't
riddles.
You do love
Yay.
riddles?
Yeah.
I'm very glad because these are apparently 85 best riddles for adults.
How many?
I've heard
that
a lot
will
of
really
these.
test your
Yeah,
knowledge.
we're gonna run through all of these.
Well,
Yeah,
at
we're
least
gonna run
we've
through
got
all
something,
85,
a game for the
so-
post credits already.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
the rest of the
the
riddles.
rest of the riddles.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. We're just going to start from the top here and see where we go. The more you take, the more you leave behind. What am I?
Memories.
Time.
Not time and not memories. Both
Final
Peanut
answer.
butter.
bad guesses. Do you want me to just give you the answer after guessing
No,
once?
the more you take, the more you leave behind. That's breadcrumbs.
What am I? Breadcrumbs. Correct, actually.
Really?
No.
You jerk.
Just
was
immediately
The
like-
more you take.
Listeners, if you are participating,
Love.
shout out the answer.
Love.
not
A
love.
legacy.
It's-
Not a legacy. You're thinking too
Dumbbells.
metaphysically.
abstract.
Yeah, you're thinking.
There's
too
something
abstract.
physical that you leave
There,
behind.
there is not quite physical.
How is it not
Pencils.
time?
It's. I don't know how it's not time. It's just not the answer.
Paint droplets.
It's sharpening a pencil.
No, I don't know about
Pencil.
taking paint droplets.
You
The
can
correct
take a
answer is. Are you
sharpening
ready?
pencil.
Are you ready?
Yeah, submit.
Footsteps. The more you
Okay.
take, the more you leave behind.
Okay, that's clever. I like
So,
it.
Yeah.
if you got the answer right, write into us at mancavemovienight.com and we'll give you a prize.
Yeah,
Email
right
us
in at the
directly.
website.
Okay, here we go. Next riddle on
Okay.
the list. David's father has 3 sons. Snap, Crackle, and...
David.
Correct. Good job.
Nice.
Very quick.
Ooh.
Very quick, Niall.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say Friday because of the horse.
Oh.
Time.
Yeah, time or footsteps. What is more useful... this one's dumb, actually.
Time.
The doctor is his mom.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see. Okay, here's one. What goes up but never comes down?
Me.
Air.
Ooh.
A balloon.
Balloon air is incorrect.
A broken elevator.
Think
Time.
more abstract this time.
Time.
Not time.
What goes up and
Footsteps.
never comes down. The word up.
No, although that would be a pretty
Ti-
good guess.
Was time good?
Time was a good guess, actually. Very good guess. Think more along those lines.
Breath.
Not breath.
Space.
Not space.
Hours.
Not hours.
What goes up?
What
Wet
goes
wipes.
up?
A
Your
ta- My what?
Age.
your age.
Oh.
Correct. Niall, very smart with the
Wow.
riddles.
I'm
Well,
popping off.
that was kind of a layup.
That
Or
was
not
that was a
an
layup.
It
alley-oop.
was a layup.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was an
Well,
alley.
it
It
was
was
an
a
alley-oop,
layup.
yeah. Give us a layup. Give us a really easy one.
Yeah, give us an easy one.
A really easy one. Okay.
The letter E.
What is... No, that's dumb. I am easy to lift but hard to throw. What am I?
My spirits.
No.
Easy to lift, hard to throw. I can like bench really like a lot, but I
Like
probably couldn't
tons,
throw
yeah.
that same weight.
That's
So I'm
correct.
gonna
A
guess
bench
like
press.
200.
It's a bench.
It's 200 on the bench press. That is correct. Well done.
That's
No.
cool.
It
Give
is
us the hardest one you can see.
the hardest one I can see.
Oh, it wasn't a bench press?
No,
It wasn't a bench press?
It was a feather.
Dumb.
It's easy to throw a feather.
Yeah, but it doesn't.
It's not
throw
easy to
well.
throw it far.
Yeah,
But
that
it's
wasn't
easy to
far
throw.
Well,
enough.
I didn't write these riddles. Okay, I got them
You
from.
should. Maybe you should have.
I got them from
Lucas.
Yeah, maybe
goodhousekeeping.com.
Well, Good
Maybe
Housekeeping
we
needs a
found
new
market
editor.
for you.
Well, here, let me read the full.
Found an untapped market.
Let me read
for
the full URL for those of
well-written
you guys who are
riddles.
interested. goodhousekeeping.com/life/A417799/riddles-4-adults/?UTM_source equals Google at UTM_medium equals CPC and UTM_campaign. I'm not going to do the rest, but you
Do
can
you know what a
probably figure out
UTM
Yeah,
is?
so shout out to
Shout out to
I have
that.
a fun fact for all you that want to know what UTM means. It means that it's part of a tracking campaign, and that's sending you through a different kind of link so that they can track where people are clicking on that link from to
where'd you click on it from?
figure
Luca?
out their
Google.com.
yeah.
page one?
That seems weird
Page
that
one.
that would have a UTM attached to it. Anyway, that's what I know.
That's fun. Cares.
Hardest riddle you can see. Cares.
Okay, I am an odd number. Take away a letter and I become even. What am I?
7.
That's it. You got it, baby.
Is it 7? I
It
thought it
is
was going to be
7.
11.
What is a single digit number?
Wait, it's
with-
also 11.
Sure. I don't care.
Oh, no, because that's
No, it's not.
even.
No, even. Yeah. What's a single digit number with no value?
0.
That's it. Some of these are just
That's
terrible.
not even. That's just a question. That's not a riddle.
Okay,
Oh.
here's one from the section titled "Funny Riddles," so you know they're
Oh,
gonna be good.
Let's
Oh,
go, dude.
Everyone strap in.
This whole section, I was like,
Get ready
this is
for a
fun,
good
but
laugh.
it's not very funny.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is bad for a
now they're gonna be
comedy
fun
podcast.
and funny.
Can't
so here
wait.
we go. Who has married many women but was never married?
A priest.
You got it. Isn't that so funny? Isn't that just such a funny riddle? Oh man. What does a man do only once in his lifetime, but women
Die.
do once after they are 29? Oh no. Sorry, what does a man do only once in his lifetime, but
Give
women
birth.
do once a year after they turn 29? This is terrible.
B30.
Yeah, it's exactly it.
Is that really?
That-
So
Oh,
it's just-
because it's like, yeah, because
it's a
women.
joke.
Okay.
Women. Get it from the funny riddle section.
My mom's still 30, and she's been 30 since I was born.
This one is from the hard riddle section. So let's see.
go.
I
Okay,
have
finally.
I have a head like a cat and a feet like a cat, but I am not a cat. This is just dumb. What
a
am
statue of a cat.
I? No, a kitten.
Uh,
It's like
That's
still
bad.
is a cat.
That's terrible. We need one hard one.
Okay. What gets
And then we
broken
gotta be-
without being held?
Your voice,
Nope.
your
your
trust,
spirits.
your love, your heart.
No. Think
Your-
abstract.
What gets broken with a promise.
Yep, that's it. A promise. Niall is good at riddles,
Niall's
and
good
Jared
at
is good at riddles.
Wow.
Anyway, poor people have it. This is the last one. Okay.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Have you read these riddles before, Niall?
No, I just know
Yeah.
that one.
Well, you gave him the website, so he looked him up.
Yeah. I typed in.
He's just every time you say
No, I know that one.
a
The
poor person, he just control F poor.
yeah, poor- that one is a poor person needs it, a rich person. Oh no, a poor person has it, a rich person needs it, and then there's like a second half to it that I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't care about it. If you eat it, you die.
Poison.
What is it?
Nothing.
Nothing. Yep, exactly.
Uh,
Okay, here's a
I'm
good
better at
one.
that one.
What is always in front of you but cannot be seen?
Air.
No. Can be
My
seen.
future.
Your future,
Tomorrow.
yep, that's it.
My
Yep.
dad.
Okay, last one for real this time.
He's always in front of you.
But he can't be seen.
John Cena.
I can
Comedy.
be cracked, made, told, and
Egg.
played. What am I? Not egg.
Joke.
Crack.
Joke.
You
Yep.
crack a joke.
Dang, Niall is too good at riddles.
I think I'm on a delay. Because like I know the answers, but I'm just not saying them. Fast
You're
enough.
not able to get them fast enough.
One
now?
more.
Well, I can
one
get them
more?
fast enough.
I'm on it now. Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
one
excited.
more. Okay, well,
The
I just
hardest
closed
one.
The
Go to the
hardest
bottom
one.
of the hard
The bottom of
category.
the hard section. How can kids drink beer and not get drunk?
Root beer.
Yep, that's
Okay.
it.
Woof.
Apparently, that's the hardest one. I don't know if I don't know.
Only 2% of our audience can get that.
I wish there was
If
a-
your IQ is 200,
Then you can get
then you
that.
might be in the boat of the root beer riddle.
Oh man.
Well, yeah.
All
Thanks
right.
for listening to our little riddle section. Now let's get into the episode where we talk about mysteries.
Oh.
I feel like there could have been a better transition on that one.
Too late now.
Like queuing up another riddle, or like saying you even said thanks for listening to that, and you
The
could have said
end
now
of the
listen to
episode.
this.
Oh. Yeah.
Hey, thanks for listening to that thing about riddles. Now listen to this riddle about music. All right, welcome back. We're talking about mysteries. We're not talking about riddles, much to your chagrin, maybe. Maybe we should do an entire episode where Niall just gets riddles right.
Post
Hey,
credits.
stick around for the post
Yeah,
credits.
we'll just do an entire hour of that. But in the meantime, we're going to be talking about mystery. Mystery movies, mystery television, maybe even mystery novels for all our book fans out there.
What? A mystery novel?
Mystery music.
Mystery.
Get out of town.
Mystery music. Does anyone listen
Who's
to
behind
mystery
that
music?
curtain kind of mystery?
Mystery man, I like. Mystery music, I like. Yeah,
Mystery
music
holes.
that doesn't reveal what genre it is until the last 10 seconds of the
Exactly.
song.
The mystery music for me when I was a kid was what was the song that Weird Al parodied of this song. I had to figure out what that riddle was.
Because you knew.
I knew the Weird Al version, but I didn't know
the
the
Weird Al
original
version.
version.
Yeah.
But I thought it would be fun to talk about mystery movies because, you know, we're getting closer and closer to Halloween spooky time season. And that includes
Yes!
the mystery of what will happen on All Hallows Eve, which is October 31st. Because
what
every
we're
year
gonna
something
dress
new
up as.
happens.
I was going to say, that sounds very ominous.
Well, it's not anything I'm going to do. It's just something
Sure.
happens. Just the mystery
Something
of
happens.
just the mystery of what life may bring to us on Halloween.
Right. Well, there was
During
the famous
during
battle.
the famous battle of Halloween, of course. But that wasn't a mystery as much as it was a massacre. So
Sure.
that massacres will be next week. This week is mysteries.
great.
Yeah.
Favorite top 10 all-time massacres. Anyway, move on.
So
Number 5.
number 5. So we're going to be talking about some mysteries that we like because I think that's a pretty cool genre. It is a genre, just mystery. And I think it's cool right now that we're having a little bit of resurgence with mysteries, partly thanks to our good friend of the podcast, Ryan Johnson, who made
Shout
a
out
couple
to
movies
Ryan.
you may have heard of, Knives Out and Glass
Ryan.
Onion, both of which I very much enjoy. But he also has a TV
Mm-hmm.
show called Poker Face, which is like an entire anthology mystery show that
And
I haven't
also
watched, but I've heard is
biography
great.
about Lady Gaga.
It is a biography about Lady Gaga and how she became Lady
The
Gaga.
poker face.
How she became Poker Face. All the mysteries she had to solve in order to earn the mantle.
Bro, she once was poker face, but now she's Joker face.
Oh, that's a good one. For all our,
Ooh,
let's
that's
get a
pretty
shout out
good.
to all our Folie à Deux fans out there. Just raise your hands, clap.
Yeah.
Clap if you're
Take
excited
both
for
hands
that.
off the steering wheel and clap.
Thank you very much. We love your support for Joker 2 Folie à Deux. Anyway, I think, you know, mysteries are great, but I think it'll be better if we get our questions started because that will incite some good discussion because I think we have some good questions.
Yeah, we don't want to keep our questions a mystery.
No, we don't.
Now, are we talking specifically about the genre of like murder mystery, or are we talking about movies that have
They
a
just have,
mystery
like, a-
throughout?
a mystery
Like,
throughout.
right.
I was
Kind of
thinking
WandaVision style.
Like, well, I'm thinking WandaVision would be a good example, or like Memento.
Memento,
Memento.
yeah, where they're
You
a
know,
little
where
bit
there's
mysterious
it's a mystery.
thriller.
But it's not like a whodunit.
It's not like a someone murdered
Someone
Sally
murdered
in the
Barbara in the
ballroom with a
lounge.
gun.
I was thinking more along the lines of murder mystery. However, if you have
I
specific
only have
mystery
answers
genre
that are
stuff?
not as much about murder mysteries.
Well, that's
Yeah,
that's great because
There just
Okay.
aren't a ton of murder mysteries.
yeah, that's the thing.
yeah,
So
which we're gonna get into.
if
with
you
my
do
question.
have mystery like thriller answers, then that's great. We'll make it about all mystery in entertainment. So with that, my question is, because you guys have seen a lot, I've seen a lot, we've consumed a lot of content.
Nah, I mean, I've seen some.
You've seen something here and there.
yeah,
and
I've
so-
seen one or two.
We're going to start off by recommending each other and our audience a mystery that maybe they haven't seen or heard of and that they could like because it's good and we like it.
They might could.
Oh, they could like it.
Could like it. And I have an answer for this if you two want me to go first.
I want to
Sure,
go
man.
first.
Okay, then Niall gets to go first.
Just kidding. You can go first.
Okay, well,
Chivalry is not dead.
Chivalry is not dead. Thank you very much, my friend.
You're
This
welcome.
shirt, if you're watching, is a Simpson shirt. And this is not a coincidence that I wore this shirt. Because my
Oh.
recommendation is not one, but 2 episodes of The Simpsons.
Nice.
And those episodes are Who Shot Mr. Burns Part 1 and Who Shot Mr. Burns Part 2. They are
Oh,
2
very
very
nice.
famous episodes of The Simpsons. One could argue that they were, as big as or bigger than the Super Bowl because the way that it happened was season 6 finale was Who Shot Mr. Burns Part 1. And everyone had to wait until season 7, the premiere of season 7, to figure out Who Shot Mr. Burns in Part 2. And it was such a big event because, back in the day when Simpsons was really, I mean, it's still on, but no
Yeah,
one really
but
watches
was-
it.
It was
It was
its
a-
heyday.
It was a
Big, yeah.
cultural phenomenon in the 90s, which was when these episodes came out. And people were theorizing. There were betting places that were taking very high-end
like
bets
who-
Like
of
sports
who,
betting.
yes,
Thousands
like
of
sports betting,
dollars
exactly.
of-
That's
And
Who shot
where
him?
different characters had different odds. And I'm not going to spoil who does it because it's a really good twist, I would say, genuinely. And
I know who does it.
Himself.
I guessed it.
I'm not gonna say anything. It's not himself.
That's also my.
They make
guess.
it pretty
Oh,
clear
it's not.
someone else shoots him.
Dang it.
But
Oh, okay.
I'm sure you could
Maggie.
have bet on that. But anyway, so it's a very fun little couple episodes, and if you haven't watched a lot of The Simpsons, it's a great place to start because it's The Simpsons is not very fluid. Like the episodes don't
It's
really
not
connect.
like super linear.
Yeah, exactly. They're just little episodes you can watch as you want, and that can be daunting because there's so many episodes. So if you're looking for a good place to start, Who Shot Mr. Burns is a great place to start because it's very fun. And then even in between episodes, you can think, oh, I wonder who shot Mr. Burns. And unlike people in the 90s, you don't have to wait 5-6 months or however long it was. You can just watch the next episode right then and figure it out and watch it. And also, they're very funny episodes. It's just a very good little couple episodes of The Simpsons. And
Nice.
relevant because mysteries. So, boom, Simpsons plug. There we go.
Good job, Lucas.
Thank
Good
you.
That's
answer.
awesome. Good Simpsons plug. I can go next.
Sure.
So I'm wearing a Man Cave Movie Night shirt, and that is not a coincidence. It's actually because I am on the podcast Man Cave Movie Night. So that was an
Interesting.
intentional choice.
And we're
Just-
solving the mystery of Niall's death.
Yes. I thought we had solved it. I thought he was
Well, no,
murdered by Bile.
Did Bile murder Niall?
Yeah.
It was a Man
Wait, are
Cave
you
Movie
not
Night
Bile? Who
Monday.
are you?
Well, I'm Bile, but I'm playing the part of Niall. Do you want me to stay
yeah.
in character or
yeah,
not?
Yeah,
Lucas?
sorry. Stay in
Yeah.
character.
Right.
My mistake. Yeah, I thought Bile murdered Niall so that he could take his place.
Maybe so.
Maybe so. Maybe we should write a little mystery.
Some
in the
lore.
post-credit,
Some
yeah.
lore about
Yeah.
Niall's death.
It was a Man Cave Movie Night Monday. It was rain outside, and I was taking a long drag of my cigarette and washing it down with a glass of whiskey.
Yeah.
A normal Monday night for me. When that dame walked into my room, a dame named Bile.
Oh, Bile's a woman.
Yeah.
Well, you look
Hey,
great.
we got to throw some twists. It's a
yeah,
good
you
mystery.
do.
Yeah.
You got to throw some
Anyway,
twists.
my answer is one of probably the most famous mystery crime movies that have come out in the last almost 30 years, I guess.
Ooh.
And that is Seven.
Nice.
This is kind of a detective investigation movie following 2 cops who are looking into a string of murders that are connected as they are all done by a serial killer who's leaving clues and is always staying a couple steps ahead of the investigators. And it just is a gripping ride of what's going to happen next, and are they going to be able to catch up to this individual. And so a lot of turns, Sorry, Siri's
Oh.
Siri's answering my question in my headphones.
She heard and
I didn't
about
hear. I
who
was
was
like,
the
what's
killer.
going on?
Who's the
Something
killer in
weird's
7?
going on.
Don't spoil it, Siri.
Siri, gosh,
We want
dang
people
it.
to watch the
That's
movie.
funny.
Anyway, my apologies. But yeah, so it's just very gripping. It's a good mystery all the way through, and then the kind of ending is very satisfying as
Oh,
a
yeah.
viewer. It's not. I won't say any more than that if you haven't seen it.
Right.
One of my question ideas was, "What's your favorite twist?" And then I thought, well,
That's a
that's
little
just spoiling movies.
Just spoiling stuff for people.
man cave spoiler night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, I understand.
Yo,
Bro, Siri's
Dude,
popping
stop.
off.
Siri's trying to.
Every device I have is just blasting spoilers at me right now.
She's trying to.
Mystery. I guess they're hearing.
Mr.
That's my
maybe.
guess. Miss Siri.
So that is my answer. You can
You can
I
take it
don't
to
know
the
what
bank.
Niall's gonna say.
I've
So I
got
don't want to.
I've got two great
Okay.
answers.
Let me just say, for all of you listening who have not watched 7, you should watch it. That is
Yeah.
truly just such a good movie. I just
awesome
started
movie.
watching it. I don't remember why or when, but as it goes, you just kind of realize, wow, this is a really good movie. It's
Yeah.
a great mystery. It's a great thriller. It's a great crime drama. There's a little bit of horror elements to it almost. It's
Yeah.
just so well made. It's so good.
And
David
if you're
Fincher's
not familiar,
second movie.
it's Morgan Freeman and Brad Pitt. Those
Yep.
are the two buddies.
Yeah.
In the movie. So come on,
Unreal.
that's amazing,
yeah, it's
guys.
so good.
Okay. Buckle up,
Oh, I'm buckled
because
in.
I've got two
Buckle
different
up.
answers.
What?
First of all,
Huh?
more on the murder mystery side.
Cool. We need that.
These are both TV shows. However, first recommendation is 2 specific episodes that I thought of when Lucas was like, oh, 2 specific episodes. And I was like, oh, there's another great show. But then I have my other answer that's like my answer that I came prepared with.
Cool.
First one, 2 episodes from House MD.
Oh.
Okay.
It's a great mystery show, kind of cloaked in being a medical show, but it's all based on Sherlock Holmes. So
yeah, I was
it's
going to say.
very much has a mystery element to it, despite the most bizarre season or series finale of all time. If you haven't seen it, look it up. It's bonkers. But
Series
2
finale.
episodes. I can't remember what season they're in, but it's called Euphoria Part 1 and 2. And it is so spooky.
Is that what the show is based on? Euphoria, the show?
Yeah.
Is based on
yeah.
those episodes?
No, it's not. Basically, the premise is this guy comes in with this disease, this undiagnosable disease, and he is like laughing super hard and like barely sentient, barely lucid because he's just like laughing so
So-
hard. But then like every time he goes out of that, he's like in a ton of pain and then he comes back out of it. But then, and they're like trying to figure out where he got this from. But then one of the people on the team starts experiencing the symptoms as well. And so they have to quarantine him and figure out where this disease is coming from. And it is very tense and it's really, really good. So that's a recommendation. But then my recommendation that I came in prepared with is the television show Justified.
Oh, nice.
Starring Timothy Oliphant and Walton Goggins. It is the mystery element is mostly present, I would say, in the first 2 seasons, but it's a modern western of this Miami cop that gets sent to kind of backroads Tennessee because he gets reassigned because there's controversy, blah blah blah. But he goes in and he's like, why am I here? I should be, solving the bigger crimes. But then finds out that in this hometown of his, everything is not as it seems. And there's kind of a big criminal underworld going on. And you never know who's part of it. And he's always like going through and kind of just doing this investigation, but with kind of the added charm of like Southern hospitality. So all of the bad guys are like really nice to him and he's really nice to all of the bad guys, but it's super cool.
That sounds awesome.
It's an excellent show. And Hulu just did it like a revival series called
Primeval or something like that?
Yeah, City Primeval.
Nice. Is it good? Have you watched it at all?
I haven't watched any of it. I've been wanting to rewatch the TV, like the original show,
Nice.
before I watch that.
I
but-
think Quentin Tarantino was involved with the revival in some way. I don't know
Really?
if he like helped pitch it or something, but
Interesting.
yeah, I know he was involved in some regard.
But yeah, excellent show. If you are not aware of Walton Goggins, watch this show and he will quickly become one of your favorite actors in the world because he's just amazing in this show.
The for those of you wanting to watch those House episodes, by the way, it's season 2, episodes 20 and 21.
Right on.
So
Nice.
Houses,
Um,
yeah.
I wanted to throw in one more. This is a little TV show
Let's
as
see it.
well. That is just very fun. I didn't know if Niall was going to say it, so I didn't want to say it. But there is a show on Netflix, and it's called Murderville. And the whole show is set up where guests come in. It's a completely it's partly scripted, partly improvised.
It's basically a game show.
Yeah.
It's definitely like a game show where they bring in celebrities and they are basically guided through an investigation with 3 different suspects who have motive to kill someone, and at the end they have to basically choose who they think did it, and then you just find out if they're right or wrong. There's not really any prizes.
Yeah.
It's just a fun time. And it's hilarious. It's
Few
really, really fun.
shows as charming as Murderville.
Yeah, it's
Like,
really,
I
really
just
funny.
love that show.
So it's Will Arnett. He's kind of the main detective
Yeah,
throughout.
Detective
and-
Terry Seattle.
Terry Seattle. And it's all great. I think one of my favorite episodes is the Christmas episode.
It's nuts.
So, I mean, when it gets to that season, that's a must watch for me.
Yeah, that's going
going
to be
forward.
a Christmas tradition for sure.
Yeah. So, that's my other answer.
Great answer.
Very
Thank
good
you for saying
answers.
that. I can't believe I didn't even think about it for a second.
Yeah.
Well,
Cool and good.
I
Yeah,
think
fun.
I've got a
Jared's-
question.
Well, yeah.
Or
No.
maybe Jared.
What's the mystery is who will ask the next one.
Ooh, that is a good mystery.
Cast your
Ooh.
votes now. Take both hands off of your steering wheel and cover your eyes and guess out
Yell
loud
and yell.
who is going to ask the next question.
Thunder claps and the lights go out in the mansion.
As
And as the lights come back on, Niall's asking a question.
no.
My question is, and this came to my mind immediately, I realized there are more mystery type things than I thought, but still, especially in terms of like a murder mystery.
Yeah.
I think murder mysteries are so compelling. I don't know if that's a thing that you'll hear a lot of people say, like, I don't like murder mysteries.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, no, they're super interesting. So I wonder, and I have my theory as of why, but why do you guys think they don't get made very often? Like, there's not a ton of like,
Just mysteries.
if I had it my way, we would be getting like a new murder mystery once or twice a year,
Yeah.
and we don't.
Interesting.
Well, hey, Kenneth Branagh is making his Poirot adaptations. Haunting of
Yeah.
Venice in theaters now.
Which actually, I'm going to that.
Yeah,
right
I
after
mean,
we're done recording.
the other two were fun. I'll watch this one.
I haven't seen the other two.
Oh,
but,
yeah, I'm sure it will not be related
Me
at all.
neither.
You don't need
Come
to.
on, Niall. Those are some murder mysteries.
Well,
for
I
you.
You
didn't see
just
Murder-
complained about not having enough
I didn't see Murder on the Orient
That's
Express because
why
my
no
friend
one's
spoiled
watching
it
them.
for me.
Oh, that's
And then
a
the
terrible
second one, I
you
heard that
spoiled.
it was really bad.
It was
Hmm.
fine. It wasn't really.
But this
there
one's
were
going to be
things that were
cool
bad.
because it mixes the spooky,
Yeah.
which I'm really excited about.
I am kind of excited about this one.
I do want to watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like a horror that's like
That's
just
handleable.
The theme is horror, you know.
Yeah.
The setting is
Yeah.
but
mystery.
the
yeah.
story's not. The
But
story's
it's-
just
yeah.
like a murder mystery kind of thing.
A haunting in Venice.
See How They Run was a murder mystery.
Oh, did you see How They Run or no?
I did.
Oh, okay. I've always wanted to see how they run, but it's
Yeah.
so hard when they're running so fast.
It's hard.
It's
yeah,
really...
well, when you see it, you'll have to let me know if you see them.
How do
see
they
how they
run?
run or not.
I don't know. That's the whole point. That's the mystery, right?
Ugh,
Is
that's
if you
the
can
mystery.
see how they run.
Yep.
So
Anyway,
Cool.
was that the end of
why
your
do you
talking?
guys think? Yeah, why
Yeah,
do you
that
guys
was-
think they
what
don't
do we
make them
Next
more?
question. I'll say this. My 2 cents is I think they're just hard to write.
Yeah,
I think a good
Yeah.
mystery is hard to get right. And so, I mean, not spoiled, but we've had some really good examples of how it's done well in the past. Like you were saying, like was it the Orient Express? Or
Yeah.
which one's the second
Murder.
one?
The second
Death
one
on the
was Death
Nile.
on the Nile.
Oh, Death on the Nile, right? So, like, I mean, your examples as well contribute to it. Is someone told me the ending, I'm not going to go, because that's the whole point of the
Yeah,
movie is
exactly.
who did it.
Yeah,
Totally.
And so you take that out and don't even go. 'cause
Which, by
it's
the way,
spoiled for you.
I have some news, a little scoop, if you will, for our
Scoop it
listeners.
up.
Man Cave Movie Night is actually in the process of producing a murder mystery.
Movie or series?
Yeah, movie,
Oh,
kind
nice.
of based on
Nice.
Death on the Nile, but it's whodunit of Nile's death, and it's called Death on the Bile.
Oh, I thought it would be Death
that's
of the
pretty-
Nile.
Death of the Nile was
No,
what I was
Death-
thinking. The writing
well-
room's there's been some.
Yeah, there's been a
It's been
little bit.
tense. That's why
That's
why
why
it hasn't been
come out yet.
officially
It's-
announced.
We're in early
Yeah.
production.
It's really hard too because we have Nile's dead body just on the table in the middle
Just-
of us.
yeah.
And
And
it's
it smells
it's
so bad.
old at this
It's
point. It's been a
gross.
couple years, and we're like,
Yeah, we've got.
all right.
Yeah, it's bad.
But what I was saying is writing's hard.
Writing
it's hard
is
to
hard.
get it right because either
Hard to get
you'll
it
go,
right.
it's too complicated and it's hard to follow, and so when the reveal happens, I don't think it didn't land for me because
Yeah.
it's too complicated.
Yeah,
On the
sure.
other hand, it's too simple, and you're just watching an episode of Scooby Doo.
And you're like, oh, I know.
Well, yeah,
exactly.
there was 2 people it could have been,
One disgruntled old man.
Yeah.
and the other one who was with them the whole time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I wonder which one it's gonna be. So I don't know. It's hard to find that right balance. I mean,
Yeah.
as someone who's written a murder mystery, I know it's tough,
You do
Yeah.
know.
and it doesn't land when you do it bad.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard.
yeah.
Well, Lucas, you go first.
Well, I
I
was gonna say
suppose.
Psych does it. Psych was always interesting because I really liked Psych as like a teenager. I don't know how much I would like it going back if the mystery, because there is a mystery element to that show as well.
Yeah.
Where it's kind of like he has to figure out who murdered the person every
Who done it.
episode. But then, even as a teenager, a young teenager, I started to notice the pattern of, oh, hey, it's the first suspect. Oh, they found the first suspect murdered. And then it's the friend who was in the first scene for 30 seconds. So, sometimes it can become a little bit too formulaic with TV shows that kind of rely on that stuff. But I think a good example, because I think the Knives Out movies are written well. However,
Yeah.
with Glass Onion, he didn't really give you a way to figure it out. He just says,
true.
here's who it is. And I think that is a very interesting way of doing it when it's done well. And I thought he did it well with Glass Onion. I really liked how it was just like, yeah, you could have guessed who it was, but he doesn't really leave you that many clues because, there's all sorts of weird twists and turns that you just could not predict. And so then it becomes more the idea of, sitting in anticipation of when the reveal does happen versus trying to figure out. Because I think one appeal of mysteries is getting to figure out and being correct about,
Yeah.
oh, I was right, it was this person or whatever, this group of people or whatever it is, this faction or this disgruntled old man who was barely...
What else could it be?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So
the mayor.
I think it's fun to have that side of it where you leave little breadcrumbs and things like that, but also where sometimes it can just be about the experience of consuming it and then being satisfied if the explanation is good at the end, which I thought for Glass Onion it was. Even though you couldn't figure it out, it was cool the way he said, oh, hey, here's who it was and here's how they did it and here's
Yeah.
just kind of the basic outline. So
Yeah.
I just think just the creating a good journey for the character or characters, if there's multiple that you're trying to follow, who are trying to figure it out, is something that is hard to do, but when done effectively can really help enhance a good mystery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, I think again it comes down to both they're hard to write and do well, but then also I think some of it might be like kind of studio related.
Yeah.
in that they don't, they're
intelligence.
worried that you're just gonna, that it's either too complicated for people to understand, or that it's just the same thing as other whodunits that have come out.
Yeah.
And they're like maybe worried that people will be tired of it. That's why like Knives Out was such an interesting one, because it took the whodunit and made you feel like it wasn't a whodunit.
Yeah.
They were like, okay, and here's how it happened. And that's like 20 minutes in. Mm-hmm. And then for the next 20 minutes, you're like, well, that's not really what happened though, right? And then it keeps going and you're kind of like, maybe it is.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And then there's a reveal. Spoilers, I guess, a little bit for the structure of
there's a
Knives
reveal.
Out. But I like, that is super complicated to pull off and make it work, you know? But I can imagine that there's just an element of basically being scared of just making like kind of a formulaic movie. But I think that I can speak for the general moviegoer and say, if it's a whodunit, we're okay with it being a little bit formulaic as long as it's well made.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, it's like a superhero movie. I'm not going into a superhero movie expecting it to shatter my expectations of what a superhero movie could be.
Yeah.
I want it to be good, but there
Yeah.
are expectations that it's going to follow that formula.
I want
Yeah.
there to be car flips. I want the antagonist to have the same powers as the protagonist.
Yep. And I want the
Yes.
protagonist to win. I think that would be super funny, to make a whodunit where the detective just like doesn't solve it.
Oh.
He's like, oh, it's right in front of me.
Well,
but-
and they just
oh.
don't reveal. It's just like,
Wait,
sorry,
wait.
there's no answer.
Just couldn't figure it out.
Figure it out and just ends.
Sorry,
Oh.
Buster, you're going to jail.
Can you imagine how aggravated people would be if
Oh,
there's just
dude.
no official
People would
reveal?
hate
And the
it.
filmmaker is like killed in a car accident or something, and so there's no official clarification on who the actual done it, who done it.
Well, that could be kind of interesting, though, if you give everyone like a plausible motive and then you find a way to approach it that's just like, okay, the viewer kind of has to decide based on the evidence procured
because
who they
the
think did it.
protagonist failed, but maybe you as the viewer could
That
succeed.
could be kind of like,
That
if
could be
it
cool.
were done expertly.
Yeah, it would have
that
to be
could be
done
really cool.
very, very
but
well.
there is a 99.99% chance that will be the least satisfying movie you'll ever see.
Well, unless there's a part 2.
Oh, well, the director
shot
died, though,
Mr.
so-
Burns.
Yeah.
His name Mr. Burns.
Mr. Burns.
Mr. Burns.
Mr. Bernicus.
I think Jared has a pretty cool question, actually.
Yeah,
if
I'm done
if
talking
the
about mine.
mystery
Oh.
could be solved of what it is. Is that?
Oh, do you just want me to tell you?
Yeah, just tell us. It's,
Wait, I
sometimes
want to
that's fun.
solve.
Oh.
I'd like a chance to solve.
Solve the puzzle?
Jared at his computer with the microphone.
Oh,
It was
good
Yeah,
guess.
that is correct. You're very good at riddles now.
You are
Holy
so
cow.
good at riddles.
Thanks.
My question is, who do you think is the most compelling protagonist in a murder mystery? Again, a lot of these, or I guess, a mystery movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it doesn't have to be a murder mystery. However, like, it usually falls on the shoulders of the protagonist to figure it out.
Yep.
Or it's their journey to see the clues and to eventually come to a conclusion. And there's usually a lot at stake in the narrative for
Yeah.
them to figure it out. And so, what character has been the most fun for you to follow, or who do you think just, was written well, or whatever it is?
Okay, so I will avoid talking in depth about the main characters of the shows that I already recommended. However, Waylon Givens of Justified is an amazing character, as is Dr. House. But the character that I want to talk about is from a murder mystery that is a true story murder mystery. Can't remember the name of the character.
Aaron
but
Brockovich.
potentially. I don't know. Maybe.
That's
because I can't remember the name.
It's a movie starring Julia
Um,
Roberts.
Gotcha. No, it's not
Oh,
that.
It's a
cool.
courtroom drama.
Oh, that's a real one. That's about the
That is real, though.
the water.
the water.
Anyway,
Not really a mystery, but good.
Yeah,
Maybe a little bit of
okay.
a mystery.
I don't think it's really at all a mystery, but first of all, actually, I just had an idea for another one, so I've got two answers
Nice.
real
Let's hear
quick.
'em. I'm sure they won't be mine.
Yeah, first answer is. Oh, freak, now I can't remember that one, so I'll say the other one that I just thought of, which is juror number 8 from 12 Angry Men.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Nice.
Yep.
I think there's an element of that being a mystery. Just slowly you're learning more about the case and what happened. And he is such a compelling character of just, I don't even think that he's not guilty. I just don't think we have all of the information yet.
Yeah.
And he's a great character. I remembered the other one.
That
Jake
is-
Gyllenhaal's.
That's Henry Fonda, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's-
Henry
yeah.
Fonda's guy.
So
That is a
good.
great. That is
Amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Jake Gyllenhaal's character in Zodiac.
Oh,
Nice.
that's a good one too.
You get so connected with his character, and you stop even, like, you're still interested in the mystery, but you're more invested in this character solving the mystery than you are in the mystery itself. And I think that just
Yeah.
speaks to how well portrayed it is, how well the script is written, and then also the real guy in real life that it's based on was just so, like, he's not an investigator. He doesn't work for the police. He's a newspaper cartoonist that just decided, no, I need to figure out what's going on
Yeah.
here. And I just think that is so compelling. When it's someone who's not necessarily trained, but they have the mind for it, that kind of thing is so exciting
is.
for me to watch. So
Also,
that's my big answer.
Jake
Yeah,
Gyllenhaal
that's
was
good.
great in a more predominant role in terms of for mystery solving in Prisoners, which is
Sure,
another,
which I haven't seen. So
yeah, I'm not
I
gonna
didn't
spoil it, but it's a
say
little
that.
bit. There is a mysterious element to it in terms of figuring out what happened. So,
Cool.
you know, Jake Gyllenhaal's character in that is equally great. I would say those are two of my favorite roles of his. My answer is not exactly a protagonist. However, they are incredibly compelling, and I think the entire reason that this show worked, and it is Rod Serling in The Twilight Zone. Because The Twilight Zone is all about mystery, right? Every week you come, you tune in, there's some predicament, and they are trying to get you to figure out what happened, right? And so by the end of the episode, you're like, oh, or there's some sort of twist, right? There's some sort of element that you're going to try and figure out. You know, the popular ones are the one, I don't remember the name of the episode, but it's the one with the guy from Star Trek, and it's the gremlin on the plane, like 10,000 leagues in the air or something.
William Shatner?
William Shatner. Yep. That's a great example of an episode that's very mysterious. The protagonist technically in that episode is William Shatner, right? But Rod Serling is the
Right.
guy guiding you through and kind of helping you understand. And he, you know, wrote a lot of the episodes and everything. So as a
Cool.
He's
just
the
a
one
human
talking
being.
to you at the beginning of Tower of Terror.
He is, yep. For those of you who have been on Tower of Terror, shout out Tower of Terror. Yeah, it's he's great. Twilight Zone is one of my favorite shows. It's really, really fun and full of mystery. And I think Rod Serling is a very compelling kind of omnipotent narrator / main
Yeah.
character who kind of does a
That's a great pick. I think you can. He's not the protagonist, but I agree he's the main character.
Yeah.
You know, because he's the one that's there, and you build rapport with this character as
he's the one who's
Episodes go
he
along.
lives in the Twilight Zone.
true.
Yeah, that's great. Those are both good answers.
Thank you.
Mine is a one that we're hopefully getting another installment of soon, and that is the character of Batman in the movie The Batman.
Nice.
go.
I was kind of
Great
thinking
pick.
about
By
answering this. I'm
Robert
glad
Pattinson.
I did
Great pick.
I obviously Batman is just a cool character, and every time he's portrayed, there's something new and interesting and fun about him.
Mm-hmm.
But specifically, this iteration of him is a detective.
Mm-hmm.
It's someone who's solving these crimes and trying to piece together the puzzle of the Riddler, right, in the first movie in the Batman. And so watching him piece that together, but also being this hero of Gotham. It's just so cool.
I love
and
it,
seeing that true to form detective character in a superhero movie was very refreshing. And
Yeah,
the
that's
tone
sick.
was very David Fincher, right?
Yeah,
And
totally.
It definitely felt like one of those gritty Zodiac or Seven kind of vibes. And so, yeah, it was super cool. And seeing a beloved character in that position was
Yeah.
very fun.
I loved it so much.
Oh,
It was so
great
cool.
pick.
I was thinking about that. I was like, man, even Robert Pattinson has some murder, like mysterious elements in that Batman movie. And yeah, I'm glad you chose that. And I'm glad I did not
Yeah.
because I totally agree. It's so good. I was just thinking about, I was just listening to the soundtrack earlier today. And yeah, that movie is so good. But
Bum, 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 bum. Oh man,
Such a good
Do
soundtrack.
I need to not go to this movie tonight and watch that
you
tonight
can watch
instead?
The Batman. You can watch
That movie is
A Haunting
so
in Venice
good.
twice in the time that it takes to watch The Batman once.
Really?
Yes.
How long is Haunting in Venice?
I think just an hour and a half.
Hour and a half.
Okay, Quack.
So you can just
Easy.
watch
you
that.
can watch both.
You can watch both, and then come home and watch
Yeah.
3 hour.
Well, if it gets boring, I'll just watch the Batman on my phone.
And then you can
Oh,
have Subway
during it,
Surfer
yeah.
going. That way, you're
Yeah,
fully
exactly.
stimulated as a consumer.
Exactly. Fully stimulated.
Yeah, exactly. But
Yeah.
I think that has been a good little talk about mysteries and murder mysteries
I think
and
so,
little
too.
mystery movies and TV shows.
I think we did.
I think we learned
We
a lot.
finally solved the mystery of who's the best of us.
Yeah, we did solve it, and it
Yeah.
was
It was in there.
It was in
I
there.
was
Did you go-
really-
Did you
yeah.
catch the hints we
Did
were
you
picking
catch
up
the
or
hints?
we were
Scrub
putting
through.
down?
It's
Scrub through.
I think the
Which
first
character
hint,
did we talk about the most today?
The first hint was, who hosted this episode. It's pretty good.
And whose bile?
I don't know.
There's
And
another
who,
hint.
who wore the shirt? that
Another
everyone
hint.
loves.
Another hint is that we talked about bile and Niall a lot.
Another
today.
hint is that I had a really good idea for an episode, and then I, hosted this episode, and then
Yeah.
so it was.
Another hint is it was me.
Oh, dang it! I thought it was me. I guessed that one wrong.
Crap.
See,
Yeah,
sometimes
I, came to a-
That
I,
one's
well, I also
sometimes
came to the
there's
conclusion that it was
certain
Lucas.
satisfaction that comes from getting the guess wrong, and you're outdone, and so that just happened to us here. I guessed my guess wrong, but the mystery was solved. It was Jared all along.
Wow. It was Jared all along, wasn't it?
We love Jared, and you know who else we love? We love a few people.
Cal. Oh, sorry.
Well, we love Cal, of course, but we love the
I
people.
thought I was solving a mystery.
Well, you solved that mystery. Let's see if you can solve
Oh,
the other
actually,
mystery.
I want to note one more mystery that we didn't note,
Let's hear it.
but a protagonist of mysteries, Dora the Explorer from the television show Dora
Oh,
the
yeah.
Explorer.
That's true.
Well,
She
and that's
solved
your-
mysteries all the
mysterious.
time.
Actually, I think you're the detective in that one.
Oh,
She's
I
like,
guess that's
where
true.
do we go?
Yeah, she's
You're
like-
I
makes
got
the
it.
She's like
audience
the
the detective.
garbage Skyrim companion that just doesn't function on her own without you making decisions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we do love Kel, and we love these certain people that want to give a shout out to Kel this week. These people are Michael Polonsic, Easy Law, Britton Inkley, Riley Allen, Ian James Martin, and Hannah Steed. If you, that's right, I'm talking to you,
Me?
also want, well, no, the other ones.
Okay.
If you want to give a shout out to Kel, who is my mom, it's pretty easy to do. What you do is you go to patreon.com/mancavemovienight and you agree to give us $3 a month, which is cancelable at any time. And you can
So sign up, get your one shout out, and then be done.
be done.
Dude, that's
Dip.
totally fine.
you can give a shout out to Kel Thorley, who is my mom. But not just that, you also get access to exclusive bonus episodes that are called post credits, where we get a little goofy, a little wacky,
A little
and a little
silly.
silly. And once or twice, we've been known to get zany.
Whoa.
We play games, we talk about what we're watching, we talk a little bit less strictly about a topic and more just about entertainment in general. And it's a good time and it's a fun time even.
You can hear
Honestly,
our true
we've
thoughts
had
on Taylor
some-
Swift.
Oh, right. Sometimes we say things in the post credits that I'm like, that was better than anything we said in the episode. Like that last
Yeah.
movie we came up with when we rolled the dice
Oh,
that
that
was
was
good.
on
good.
the last week. So sick. But
So
That was
hopefully you
fun.
have FOMO from listening to this and not listening to that.
We hope that you get FOMO and that you are willing to spend money to not have it.
But we just
It's
appreciate
all
your
about
ears
incentives.
even hearing this at all, because just you taking the
Yes.
time to do that is such a wonderful, glorious thing, and we thank you very much for that. We also thank you for leaving a 5-star review, telling your friend, and keep listening next week on another Man Cave Movie Night Monday, when we will see you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.